Good evening, ghosties and ghoulies, and welcome back to the channel. We're back. It's April. We've made it to April, and this is your pickup pile reading for the month of April. I'm going to pull 3 significator tokens, and you can choose whichever one resonates with you, and we'll get started right away. I hope you guys are having a great season so far. So the first one that we have is if I can make it focus. The first one that we have is the candle, which is about lighting a flame, initiating sparks and lighting up the darkness. So the candle is all about that. Lovely. Second, we have the star. The star is about intuition. It's about shining bright. It's allowing yourself to be seen and becoming the star of the show. It's really that first person energy, that main character energy that we're talking about when we talk about the star. So this is about allowing yourself to be seen and heard. So expressing yourself and having a voice in your world, but also honoring your own intuition. That's also about the star as well. Let's have a look at your third one. We've had this one before, but it is quite beautiful, and it is about transformation. This is the butterfly. This is all about coming out of that cocoon stage and really growing your wings and allowing yourself to fly. So this is about positive transformation in your life. So if this is the one you're drawn to, your pile will be right here. So let's get started. So we are going to start off with the beautiful candle. The candle is about, really it's about energy. All flame things are about energy. But it's also about shining brightly. It's about shedding light on circumstances and the energy, putting energy into things in order to shed light. That's what the candles do. They shed light in the vicinity where things might be dark. And the other thing that a candle might signify is burning the candle at both ends. For some of you, this reading might mean that you might be overextending yourself energetically. So we have to be careful of that. So it may not be that for all of you, but for some of you, that burning the candle on both ends might be part of the message. So let's have a look at your cards and see what they say. Okay. Okay, I am getting a very clear picture of this, and what I had been drawn to about that symbol was that ideal of burning the candle at both ends and really burning yourself out. For some of you, that is a habit that has become part of how you can actually see it in the card. It's very, very clear. It's really interesting how the cards speak to me. The devil itself can be about bad habits and being affected by those lower vibrations of bad habits. And burning the candle at both ends might be one of those things. And in particular with this card, you can actually see that one of the figures here is actually on fire. And literally their tail is on fire, and this is part of the thing that's making me feel that this is about burnout. It's about feeling burnt out, feeling like you've overextended yourself emotionally, physically, and mentally, and needing a rest. But this has become a habit. It's almost a habit to push yourself to the point of burnout. So for somebody here, this is what this is about. And I think this happens for you in times when you really don't know what else to do. It's like there's other things you could be doing, but you can't see them. The High Priestess is about higher knowledge. It's about having more esoteric and spiritual knowledge of situations and things that are going on around you. But it's in reversal, which means that you might be feeling a little untethered, or that you don't know really what's coming. You can't see the road ahead, and you can't see the motives and motivations and thoughts of people around you. So this becomes very, very difficult. It feels like you're kind of in a place of not knowing and not being able to see. And it feels like this burnout is coming from that. It's almost like, since I don't know what to do, I'm just going to work harder. Since I can't see a clear direction, I'm just going to work myself to death, essentially. So for some of you, you are really going through a period of burnout. And it comes from a place of not knowing what else to do other than work. What is happening here? There's kind of an interesting thing that is happening. There are changes that can be made, but you're not ready for those changes. This is the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is about readiness, and it's in reverse as well, which can mean that you're really not ready to take the next step. So you're kind of stuck in this cycle of, I'm just going to work, I'm going to keep my nose to the grindstone, and it's really burning you out because you're not in a position, because you don't know what changes to make, to get ready to make those changes. So you're not ready to change things, but you're burnt out with how things are right now. So this can be a really tricky situation for you. For some of you, this will be around work, but for some of you, it's even going to be around family. There are economic cards showing here, which does mean that there is a material or financial connection to what's going on here. But more so, for most of you who are listening, this 10 of Pentacles is more about family. It's more about family and community, and the resources and structures that hold us up in terms of our family and community. And for some of you, you might be feeling burnt out around family and feeling like for wider family and wider community, you're being spread very thin. And there's a sense of really being burnt out by this. So this might be one of the places, and I do feel like this is happening because for a lot of the people and organizations in your life, you are the foundation. You're the ground that people stand on. You're the solidity. You create stability. So it makes sense when I look back and you're kind of bound to this overwork and bound to this burnout, because you feel like you are the one that people are depending on. And for a large part, you are the one that people are depending on with the Emperor. So you're creating a lot of stability for the people around you and the businesses and things around you. You're creating the stability that they need, but at a very strong cost to you. And that cost is your own essential burnout and feeling like you can't get out of this loop. There's a real sense of that. What I can see coming, which I can feel like you're feeling like this, and this feeling is going to be building over the next month, and I feel like you're going to come to a point with this where there's a recognition that you need a new balance. You need to balance things in a way that is more fair and more equal to you, and where you can feel like you're not burnt out. Because I do feel like emotionally this is getting to you, and physically this is getting to you. This is more than just economic balance. This is about physical and emotional balance as well. So I do feel like this is going to reach ahead for you this month, where this feeling of burnout and feeling like you have to be the solidity for everybody else is going to have to be looked at in a different way. And you're going to be finding solutions where you can feel more balanced and you can feel like you're not as burnt out. And I feel like this is going to be happening for you this month. So that's good to hear, because it does feel like this burnout was pretty strong with you. So that's your reading for the month of April. Let's have a look at the next one. So our next one is the Star. It's about honoring your intuition, but it's also about letting yourself shine. It's about energy, big shiny energy. This is a very small token though. So I feel like for some of you, it feels like there is a return of energy, there's a return of intuition, but it might be happening on a very small level to start with. So not huge drastic change, not huge drastic inflections of energy, but small things that are happening that are increasing your energy and increasing your connection. So this is very cool. Let's have a look at your cards. Yes, definitely. There is a return of energy for you, and it's coming. I feel like the energy has been lower for you, and it's lower in relation to expectations of other people. This is a card of celebration and being out and celebrating, having a lot of family celebration, a lot of family connection, a lot of community involvement, and feeling kind of burnt out by that and a little bit over it. There's a sense like, I'm really over this. You may have poured out a lot of energy into what you did last year, or last month rather, and you might be feeling just a little bit like you've been a little depleted because of all it. Not that these were bad things. These are very positive things, but you put a lot of energy into them. So you might have felt by the end of March that you were just a little bit burnt out. Nice to see that there is a return of energy coming for you. You have a brand new beginning that's happening in April. The Ace of Cups brings abundance to you. So there's abundance coming for you in April, and this is feeling really good. There may have been things that went wrong in March as well for you, like celebrations that were supposed to be celebrations and they don't end up happening the way that you want them to. Things you might have anticipated and expected that didn't end up happening the way that you wanted them to. That is over. You have this new energy coming in with the Ace of Cups. Brand new abundance. Love to see this. This will be happening over the course of April. And it's happening around because you've actually sowed the seeds of what you're going to be getting back. The Empress is about harvest. The Empress is also about a lot of nurturing. So there's a lot of nurturing of your energy that's happening here. This is beautiful to see. I love to see this. There's a definite return of energy, definite return of your intuition as well. Your small intuitions will be right this year. This month. There is a connection with the Empress to the Divine Feminine, and the Divine Feminine holds a lot of the intuitive directions and the intuitive flow of the cards. So there's definitely a sense of reconnection to the divinity. There's a connection to motherhood. So for some of you, not for all of you, you might be feeling very into nurturing and self-nurturing and nurturing others for this month. And for some of you, that is going to be one of the things that is going to be one of the best parts about this month. I was really drawn to the star, and the star is, like I said, it's about energy and intuition. You're going to have this motherly intuition that's going on, and I'm really, really drawn to the stars in the crown, and the crown is all about knowledge. It's all about intuition, and the stars echo and go back and reflect and reverberate that energy of the star token. So beautiful. It's not just one intuition that you're going to have, it's many. So honor your intuitions this month. They're going to be spot on. And especially if you are coming up with a challenge and there's a material challenge or journey that's happening and it's not happening quite the right way. So materially there's something that's maybe not exactly the way you want it to go. Use your intuition to get you through this, because your intuitions are right on as far as this. Whatever it is that's going wrong here on the material level, you intuitively know, and you are going to be able to move this journey faster so that you don't have this blockage on the material. And it does feel like a blockage. It will move, but it's going to require you to honor your intuition and to nurture things. Nurturing the material side of whatever it is you're doing, whether that's physically, emotionally, it's less emotional, it's more physical. It can be job oriented, it can be physicality, it can be your actual physical body that we're talking about. But there is a sense of nurturing things and growing things. So this might be the month that you start to grow something new and start to accumulate energy around this new thing, around this beautiful new thing, especially with this Ace of Cups. This is a brand new, beautiful beginning, and it has abundance attached to it, and you're accumulating through this month. You're growing something this month, and I love to see that, because what it's doing is it's starting you on a beautiful new journey in the month of April. This is the Knight of Wands. This is when things, you start to take journeys. They're a little bit slow to begin with, but they pick up speed, and they actually allow magic to happen in your world, and they allow things to be done, to be getting things done. So active physical change is going to be happening here in regard, especially connected back to that Pentacles, this Pentacles card. There's physical change, but there's ability to make things happen. There's ability to make a new journey happen here, and it's very positive. It may be a little bit slower moving than you would hope, but the steps forward are extremely positive. I feel like you're growing something this month. You're nurturing it into existence, and it's a brand new journey, and I love it for you. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so for my transformative butterfly people, let's have a look and see what your cards say. wow. Okay. You have some really cool cards this month. I love to see this for you. First of all, you have the seeds of a new possibility or new journey. Now, the pages of wands, pages are not about the journey itself. Page is kind of the messenger that shows up at the door and sends the knight out on the journey. So this is new messages that can create new journeys eventually. So there's positive new messages coming about things that might be transforming and things that you might be making happen. The journey isn't happening yet, but the little seed of it is being sown this month. So this is beautiful energy. I love to see this. So it's all about messages. There's messages about things you can get done. You're going to have a lot of emotional support in this journey. King of Cups, kings are protectors, providers, and leaders, and you will have a lot of emotional support around you around this journey at this time. King of Cups, very open-hearted, beautiful, loving energy, and in fact you have a lot of loving energy that's happening around you inside the cards. So you're emotionally supported in what you're doing. I love to see this. Economically, you might not have as much of an underpinning, as much strength as you want economically or materially. So emotionally you're there, but physically you might not be 100% there yet. Again, kings are protectors, providers, and leaders. And this as a card in reverse, as a pentacle, this is about material things. This can be about the physical things. And it may not be completely where it needs to be for the next journey yet. So you might have some economic hardships or blockages to the next journey. But I do feel like these are going to clear up. I think for some of you, you're facing some kind of material judgment, or you're waiting on something materially here. And you're waiting for it to clear up and or it could be bills, it could be legal judgments, it could be anything regarding contracts or payments or that kind of thing. And there might be delays in those things, or there might be problems with those things initially. Okay, but I'm saying this is only initially, or you might be worried about this. And the reason I'm saying it's only initially is because the next card is about justice, which means that there is a balance for you and that justice will prevail for you. Anything that you're being judged on or that you're waiting for clarity on the physical level, like contracts or court judgments or anything like that, this feels like this is looking very favorable for this to be much more in your favor than otherwise. So you're going to be very balanced in this. That's why I'm saying I don't think that this is going to be, I think this is more of a fear or a delay rather than a bad judgment or that's something you're going to have to pay out. I think that this is something that is going to be very balanced with you. And I think it's coming, first of all, it's coming with a lot of love. It's coming with a lot of positive messages. So whatever this judgment is that you're waiting for, it's coming with love and it's being given to you in a very positive way. This is a lot of positive emotional support, positive emotional messages, and arrows of love. And this goes right back to the King of Cups. So I do feel like this is something you're being given a lot of positivity around and a lot of positive emotional messages around. Arrows of love, beautiful to see. And I do feel like whatever this is, this new journey that you want to undertake, it is happening, but it's going to take a little bit of work. And it's going to be work you enjoy, but this is a sense of working not because of the material things, working for more than the material things. This is a card of apprenticeship. It's a card about teaching. It's a card about learning. And it feels like this is very positive. This is very positive change. It's finding the right teachers and being the right teacher. So for some of you, this will have a big element of the change that's happening. It's around, you're almost learning something new and you're learning from someone else. Or alternatively, you're teaching someone else and you're getting a lot of joy out of that. You're getting a lot of connection out of that. It elevates work from just being about the money to being something that is more important on the spiritual plane. So I hope that finds you well. That is your reading. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you've been enjoying these. I've certainly been enjoying them. I hope you've been enjoying the Token Tuesdays. That was something brand new we were looking at. Now, it is April right now. And next month, for those of you in my vicinity, I am doing a 5 days in May where I'm taking private appointments for the first time in a very, very long time. So you can find out all about that in my description and also over on Facebook. So if a private appointment is something that you are interested in, do let me know. There are limited numbers of appointments and they happen at a private location here in Pictou. And like I said, I'll only be taking a limited number. So if it's something you're interested in, please, let me know in advance. Let me know as soon as you can, because those appointments I predict they're already starting to fill up. So let's make sure you get in if you want to. I hope that this reading found you well. We are in April. Spring is coming. Spring is coming. I hope you're doing good. I'm doing fantastic. I hope you are too. Until next time, stay warm, stay happy, and don't be afraid of the things that go bump in the night, because they're there in the light too. A lot to expect, but 1,000,000 miles is